Hi, welcome to the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. I'm Scoot. Guess what's back? Jazz Fest. New Orleans Jazz Fest is back this year, baby. Now, it was canceled last year because of the pandemic. It usually is in the springtime, but it has been pushed back because the vaccine effect didn't fully reach its potential, and it's still not fully there, but it's a lot better now. So anyway, it's happening October the 8th through the 17th at the traditional site, the fairgrounds. All right, so who are the big headliners for? By the way, before I get to the headliners, if you have not been vaccinated and you're going to Jazz Fest, if you're all excited about Jazz Fest and you haven't been vaccinated, you're welcome. You can thank those of us who got vaccinated because we're the reason that we're having Jazz Fest. Now, look, if you get some, good religious reason not to get the vaccine, I can understand that. But there are a lot of bozos who are still not getting it because of political reasons. And they might not even admit this, but it's true. They're against it because Trump was basically against it, even though he got it. And this is just maddening to me. Louisiana is about 38% vaccinated. The state of New York, over 70%. Washington State, Oregon, many other states. I mean, they're booming up there in terms of vaccinations. And here in Louisiana, we're about 38%. And really the Deep South is about at that same pace. Why? Because there are a bunch of boneheads who think that somehow they're defying their conservative ideology. They're defying Donald Trump and Republicans by getting the vaccination. It's bullshit. Get the vaccination. In fact, the Associated Press, I'll give you the headliners for Jazz Fest here in just a few minutes. The Associated Press has done an analysis of CDC figures. And new infections are taking place mostly with people who have not gotten the vaccination. In fact, only 0.1% of new infections, 0.1% of the new infections are people who have been fully vaccinated. So the rest of the people are getting vaccinated. Deaths, you ready for this? In May, there were over 18,000 deaths. Only about 150 were people who were fully vaccinated. Don't get the vaccination, get COVID, you might die. So, be smart. Get the vaccination. Deaths have plummeted since we started getting the vaccination. In fact, we're opening stuff up. All this shit's opening up. Why? Because we got the vaccination. And there's some people walking around proudly, well, I'm not getting it. Oh, I'm not getting that vaccination. Oh, I don't need it. I'm not going to get it. Oh, get over yourself. Here are a few of the headliners. Dead and Company. John Mayer is part of that group, and it's Grateful Dead stuff. So they'll play probably 3 songs total in an hour-and-a-half set because those Dead songs go on forever. Stevie Nicks, Foo Fighters, Jimmy Buffett, Lizzo, Demi Lovato, Black Crowes, Ludacris, H.E.R, the Beach Boys, just to name a few. But look, man, here's the beauty of it. Jazz Fest is back. So come back to New Orleans, come down here, enjoy it. A lot of people, look, October the 8th through the 17th, we might actually have fall weather. It might not be so sweaty and so damn disgusting. It's hot as shit down here in the summertime and the springtime. So I don't know, maybe this will be like a breath of fresh air. Anyway, it's going to happen, and that's good. And there'll be a hell of a lot of people there because as you are seeing, as we're opening things up, because we got vaccinated, again. You're welcome. Enough of us have done the right thing to be bringing the pandemic to an end. We made the sacrifice. We did it. And if you haven't gotten your vaccination, you can still get it. It's saving lives. You have a hell of a much better chance of dying if you don't have the vaccination. So get the vaccine. Join me on my radio show. It's good to be back after taking a little time off to spend Father's Day with my son and his family in Portland. And I am back on WWL tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 4 Central Time. Type in Odyssey, download the app Odyssey, Audacy, and type in WWL. And I'll be on the air tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 4. It will be free for all Friday, and it should be fun. Well, we'll do what we can to make it fun. But if you haven't gotten the vaccine yet, get the freaking vaccine, because that's what's leading to things reopening. And Jazz Fest is back in October.